Yo, what's the deal, YouTube? Taking a little late night ride. I can't be in the house, man. I gotta get out. But anyway, so I'm feeling 100% though, for sure, for sure. But yeah, you guys, what I want to speak on is you gotta surround yourself by the same energy that you put out, which is meaning people, everything, your surroundings. You know what I mean? Comes to a point in life, you have your own goals, you have your own ambitions, you have something that you want to be in life yourself. But that does not mean that everybody else around you has the same intentions. And just on that fact, sometimes a lot of that will slow you down. You know what I mean? So where you have to eliminate people, things, all types of stuff. It's not just people. It could be activities. It could be it could consist of a lot of things, y'all. But you just gotta know. I know it's kind of late. I don't even know if nobody gonna tune in, but I know people are gonna go back and watch. So I'm not really too much worried about that. But that's just one thing that I had went through with everything I went through in life, as far as trying to be successful and just always thinking differently than most does. I'm on a new phone. I actually don't like the way this looks. Like, how's it going, y'all? What's up, Brits, Stephanie, Priscilla? How you feeling, Priscilla? You feeling better or what? That door, Philly. But yeah, I just want to speak up on that real quick. It was just crossing my mind. Then at the same time, stuff that I had went through, just by being doing this YouTube stuff. It's a lot of friendships that I lost. Not friendships, but relationships, should I say? Because I guess if they was lost, they was never friends from the jump, right? You said you making that money, so what, you back at work or what? But that's good that you feeling better. For reals, for reals.
Baby, you got the card?
Yeah, somewhere around here. Here. But the whole point that I want to say, is just sometimes in life you got to come to that point to where you got to separate from certain things, certain people, groups, and it's just all for the better. Sometimes you got to make them sacrifices to get where you want to go.
When you get out, can you get his cup?
Where is it at? You said it was so you didn't have like corona or nothing like that. It was just mucus from smoking. Gotta stop smoking, girl. But back to what I was saying, it's a lot of people that I separated from, a lot of things I stopped doing just from doing this YouTube, and which is all for the goods, you know what I mean? Which I didn't went through that, as far as just roofing and just being a different person in life. It's kind of hard to because I was in the streets and chilling, but I always worked, so I was always a different person and always had to separate from people. But it now it's just more serious, getting older, and you really got goals and ambitions. You gotta, it's time where that stuff starts settling in. You have gained a friend, Ray? What do you mean by that? You got to reword that, Priscilla. Hey, what's up, Gail? What's up, Shay? How you guys doing? Hey, but you guys ever went through that? You guys, so you know, like, see, might get a new job, something, hating or whatever the case may be, that is not just fit for you. You have to like just separate. You know what I mean? You just feel the vibes. Like you just know people is not for you. They not for what you trying to do. Just don't need to be around them. Every time you is around them, it's like negativity and this could go as far as relationships too. Like some people be in relationships, man, but be in a different mind state than the person that you're dealing with, which could create issues, you know, just in general because you trying to get a certain point in life, but this person is not. And then it's gonna be even more complicated if it's like, you know, you're in a relationship because it's supposed to be your partner. But I'm just speaking up on relationships in general. You gotta be you and you gotta know where you're going. And some people is not meant to go along with you. So therefore you gotta it comes separation and you gotta move on. But I'm to the point in life, you know, I got my real friends that's there that's supportive of anything. I'm supportive of them. Then you got them people that you just gotta just completely let go. You know what I mean? Like, I done had one of my friends, not a good everyday friend, but somebody I was always cool with. We got into it because he called me a snitch for looking for missing children. We both in the same city, but he gang bang, so and I don't gang bang, but that's just the mentality that he was in as being a gang member, which he was wrong, you know, because everything I do, the only time I talk to law enforcement is dealing with Benny. That's about it. That's because he threatened me with law enforcement. I don't know this man. You know what I mean? I don't know what he's capable of. Threaten me with FBI, CPS, police. So of course I'm gonna protect myself. But anything outside of that, like I don't talk to police. But if I had to talk to police about some children, of course I will. Like what the hell? That's another thing. Like man, that don't be making sense. You know, some people be involved in looking for kids or whatever, but act like they're scared to talk to police. What are you looking for kids for? Which, you know, I don't know, man. But one thing I figured out in life, you gotta be you. You gotta do what you gotta do, and especially when you know you headed on the right path. You gonna have them haters. You gonna have them people that's gonna disagree. You gonna have them people that you not, you know, you don't feel their vibes no more. Oh, you have me as a friend. No, like my YouTube people, I'm glad I met all y'all because it shows a different part of life that you know it's still you know possible to create friendships and stuff. I'm talking about the stuff that you already deal with, you know, um outside of YouTube. Your everyday people is your family, your friends. I don't know if a lot of people, you know, went through the same thing that I went through, but I know a lot of people associated with a lot of people, so it's a lot of people that I had to eliminate, even doing this YouTube for a good reason, which you know is crazy, but that's just part of life. Exactly. Fern, like Nipsey said, when your intentions are pure, you don't lose anyone; they lose you, and that's part of separation too. Like, that's exactly how I feel. You know, I'm a good person, bro. I'm not like, not like that, but I'm not just a person you want to just lose in life. Always there. I'm always there. And I understand what people go through. So my friends out there, when they don't call me, I don't get offended. I'm like, you know, they either doing something good or they going through something in life. But we all grown, we all go through our issues. The last thing I'm gonna think is, oh, they ain't called me in 3 months. They not my friend, or some BS like that. I don't think like that, because me as a grown man, I go through my own issues with raising my kids, job issues, life issues. We all have issues. But like, I was just on Facebook Live, and it was like, I think Carol was on, and then one other person. I'm like, man, let me go to YouTube. And I still didn't expect 10 people to be on here, but it's like the YouTube love is different, man. I appreciate all y'all for reals. But me getting here, believe it or not, man, lost a couple people on the way that I would never think, and for what reason I still don't know. I don't know if it's just I don't know what it is. I'm not doing nothing but just spreading awareness for these Mission boys in Cal City, which like, if anybody feels some type of way about that, y'all could do the same thing. You know what I mean? Not speaking to y'all on my YouTube, but just the stuff that I went through. What's going on, Carol? Yeah, she was rocking me on the Facebook. I'm like, man, let me go to YouTube. Now we got 9 people watching. What's going on, y'all? How's everybody doing? What's up, Chasing Justice? How you feeling? Britt say, I had someone who was jealous, evil person. She made me lose both jobs I had and tried to poison me. Oh, wow. All while I was confiding in her for help. Snakes are closer than we know. I almost died. Yeah, exactly. To where yeah, I know it's not for me to understand. I'm not tripping. Me, on my behalf, I'm good. Like, I feel just like what Fern said about what Nipsey said. If I didn't lose nobody, you lost yourself, honestly. Because I've been great to everybody I know. And everybody knows that. To where, like, I'm one of the only people, as y'all can see, I got a heart in Cal City to even just look for the boys. But even outside of the boys, like, anybody call me for a ride and you my friend, if I could do it, then I'll do it. You know what I mean? If I got the gas, I'm not just going to charge you gas or nothing. I'm going to just do it just off of GP. And I say I got the ride, but I don't got the gas, then I just like, hey, I could provide the ride. I just need a little bit of gas money, but I got you if I'm eligible to do it. Like, things of that. Like, I do that for my real friends. I bust my back. Like, I'm a real friend for real, for real. Huh, Shelly? But she be telling me sometimes, like, I'll be too nice. Like, you know what I mean? Because I know some people be full of BS, but it be times they might just call me. I know this person full of BS, but if I could help, I'll still help. Just because, like, I got it, God bless me with it. So I'm not gonna take that from like nobody else. And then another thing about me is I don't deny people of food. You could be down there my worst enemy. And if you hungry, bro, I got it, you got it. We gonna eat. You know what I mean? I always been like that since a teenager. I always used to feed the homeless. Like, when I was I used to paint curbs at like 14 or 15. Coming from Cal City, I used to go to LA with this older white dude. He was kind of scamming teenagers and kids and stuff, but I still used to make my little bit of money, and I used to see homeless people, all throughout LA, and I always used to buy them lunches and food, and give them a couple of dollars if it's needed. They might have a sign that say, "Hey, I'm homeless. I just want a beer. Like, I don't care if I got it, a beer. I'm about to go make $150 today, $200 today. A beer is what, $2? A little bit of change in my pocket. I don't mind. You know what I mean? You've been honest about it. You want a beer, and if that's what you need, But sometimes I had a little attitude. I ain't gonna lie. Very little times to where I might not been having a good day, and I'm like, hey, bro, you got to go out here and work just like I work. I done did that a couple times. I ain't gonna lie, but not for the most part. I was always a giving person. Yeah, but Nipsey, man, Nipsey was a wonderful person. I wish Nipsey was still alive. I know he'd be one LA artist that I would believe that he would share these boys' story. Like Nipsey is that person. He's like actually the only rap artist that I cried over, like a little girl. Like for reals, for reals. But yeah, when Nipsey died, I was in my backyard working on my truck. And the hunger I walked up like Nipsey just got shot in front of his shop. I dropped the tools out my hand like that. I'm like, bro, don't play with me. She like, nah, like for reals, for reals. Like I didn't even say nothing to her. I just walked in the house and looked for myself. Then I came back out and confirmed to her, like, all right, yeah, it's true. She probably felt like, yeah, I just told you it was true, but I did not believe it. I didn't want to believe it. And so I went in the house and looked up on my phone. I'm like, all right, it was confirmed he was shot. He was saying he was in critical condition and stuff. So I never went back out to work on my truck. I just sat at my desk. No, I wasn't crying yet. I was crying.
You was boo-hoo.
I know I went to Shelly like, Shelly, Nipsey just got shot. Like, she looking at me like, she didn't really know who Nipsey was. Like, she knew who Nipsey was, but she didn't know, like, the type of good person he was, to where she probably thought I was just tripping like a weirdo, crying over a rapper dying.
That's like, I don't cry over celebrities.
Yeah, but then she started to know who Nipsey was, and then she started to feel it, like, feel me? Throughout time, she's like, man, I understand, why you cried over Nipsey. But I was just sitting at my desk for what, like an hour or two, and then till they confirmed that he was dead, he wasn't gonna make it, and then I just like start crying, like I knew him or something. Like I don't know, but I always been a Nipsey fan, and I just always knew Nipsey was a real person and like a solid person. When I say real. And then I always felt like if you're a real Nipsey fan, Nipsey have respect. So you wouldn't think nobody would do him like that. So I'm like, man, Nipsey good. What? What she say?
Yes, see my daughter. This man does. I do this every night.
So I used to think like, man, like Nipsey good. Like ain't nobody in LA gonna do something to Nipsey. Like everybody thought that. Like the last thing you would think is Nipsey's gonna get killed in front of his shop, especially by somebody from the same hood.
Another white man set up.
So it was just very unexpected. Then they said he died. I instantly cried, like bawled in tears. I went to Shelly like a girl. I'm not gonna say like a girl. I went to her like a man. Like you feel me? But I was crying. I was like, he killed Nipsey. Like he dead. Like what? Crazy. My whole life changed. Like for reals. And it just sucks. Like honestly, it really sucks that we had to lose somebody like that. Because a lot of people felt they lost a musician or whatever. Like, no, we lost more than a musician, bro. Especially from young black men from Los Angeles. Like, I know I'm from Cal City, but we still Los Angeles based. I'm born in Long Beach. All my homies is in LA, from LA. We live that same lifestyle. You know what I mean? I just don't gang bang. But everything else, I live that. And it was just something tough, man. Nah, what happened with Skeezy, Carol? I heard he been yelling a lot on his channel. Yeah, then right after Nipsey, we lost Kobe. And then the pandemic happened to where I'm kind of somewhat glad because Kobe, like, I remember when Kobe passed away, like, I told Shelly, she was laughing. I'm like, why are you
No,
laughing?
nigga, I told you.
I know you told me, but you was still like,
I wasn't
you didn't take it that
laughing.
serious. Like,
Cause I'm
well, let me
a
tell y'all this. Like,
Kobe
Shelly, she
fan.
just don't be
I'm
in
a Lakers
too
fan.
much into entertainment.
And I
So
don't
you
think that
know,
well.
she look at all them. You know, like she don't really be knowing. She be feeling like entertainers, which a lot of them is BS. So she don't be knowing. You know what I mean?
I do.
So sometimes I have to tell her like, no, this a real one. Like, you feel me? And you know, when you told me the story, you like you laughing like you Kobe did. Like,
That lady got mad at me.
yeah, the lady got mad. I got mad too. The lady looked at her like, wait, what? She listening to my conversation. She said Kobe. You like, yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, yeah, they saying Kobe.
She went to go cry in the car.
This lady was in line about to buy her phone, all that. She walked out the store and said F her phone. And then, like, I went outside and then you could just feel it like, bro, you could see the sadness in multiple people's face. Like, everybody already knew Kobe gone. And, like, people was
I
tripping.
didn't laugh at his death.
You didn't laugh like that. I'm not saying you laughed at his death. You was
You
just
make me
like,
seem like I'm bad. Like,
No.
I did not know. I was just like, I just didn't believe it at first. Like I said,
BK had a phone conversation with Don Wells. Oh yeah, I seen something about that. I didn't
what
look.
did I say?
I didn't look into it.
Just like how they did look to.
How is Don Wells doing an interview with Benny Keys? And Benny Keys was just talking about this man. He was on my live talking about. He compared me to Don Wells with the cocaine stuff, saying something about you just like Don Wells and do all y'all all coke. Like, what the hell? Yeah, Brits, that Kobe death. Kobe and Nip, especially back to back, man, Los Angeles definitely took a L's. Like the two kings to our city gone. And you know Kobe was a solid person. Like he didn't take no BS. He wasn't no sellout. Which is just crazy, bro, because you don't hear about, I don't want to jump into conspiracies, but just don't hear about helicopter crashes like that. For a multi-millionaire person like Kobe to die in a helicopter crash, like, I don't know. His daughter was with whose daughter? Benny Steve's daughter or Dom's? I don't like this camera. It's like grainy. It's not blurry. It's just not clear like my sound. Which I could have went live off there, but go check it out when you get signed. I could play it right now. We ain't got nothing else to do. Oh my God! If anybody believe Benny and you know, look, this is one thing too. I don't ever knock nobody with God, like, you feel me? Because it's a lot of imperfect people that got their connection with God. So however they feel within themselves is how they feel. I can't knock them on that. But at the same time, is I would not listen to it though. You know what I mean?
Hebrew Israelite over here.
Wait, hold on. I'm lost now. Wait. Cause I seen something about the daughter. So y'all wasn't talking about Benny. Y'all was talking about Kobe. Kobe, you saying Kobe had his daughter? Yeah, see, that's the thing with Benny. Benny can't change the image. You already did enough damage to too much stuff, bro. You know, to where if you want to be with God, bro, like don't publicize it. You got to do that on your own
Not
because
with God.
ain't nobody going, you know, the real ones ain't going to believe that, bro. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know what his beliefs is, you know,
I ain't
if
gonna
he's
lie.
Christian or whatever. Um,
Christian. Christian. Let me not ruin your life.
yeah, I mean, all that, you know, and you can still curse and be a person of God, but don't publicize yourself like that. Like, you know what I mean? It's called integrity. It's called morals. It's called respect. You know, things of that nature to where you got to carry yourself a certain way, especially when you're in a public image. You know what I mean? So it just depends. Everything is different. You know, I done met some cussing people that I didn't. Oh, just because they cuss, I don't feel they of God. You know, but you know that man's different, man. You know what I mean? He got that laugh. He got a lot to work on. That laugh, you know, a lot of stuff, man. And how he treats people on the internet. You can't be of God, and then you calling people mama b words and stuff. You know what I mean? And doing what you do, calling CPS on people, and because of, you know, even in the Bible tells you that God is gonna use. I mean that, you know, the devil is gonna have his time to rule, and the devil is gonna use his peoples against God's people. And you know what God means by that is the government. So anything other government is evil, is built off of evil people. Like if y'all know the truth, y'all know the real. You know what I mean? So when you calling CPS and you calling all these government officials on people, all you doing is that's not of God. That's calling on an enemy. God ain't gonna come in your house and take your kids. God ain't gonna come and take your possessions. That's not of God. That's of the devil. So you can't be a CPS caller. You can't be a police caller. You can't, man. All you doing is calling the enemy, bro. You gotta really know what you stand for and really know, even as a Christian, because in the Bible it says that. And like I said, I'm spiritual, but I study all practices. You know what I mean? As long as it's positive, as long as it's of God from the Bible, and there's a lot of stuff that I still want to study. Like, you know, I want to read the Quran. I want to read Buddhism. Anything with God, you know, I want to learn. That's part of having wisdom is unlimited knowledge, not stopping yourself at one thing in life. Passion. He can call it whatever he want to call it, man. I call it a conspiracy. You know what I mean? Like you try to go from Blood Money Keys to Church Boy.
Devil. Devil get them off. Let me get my son cup.
Yeah, exactly. His soul is lost. Yeah, no, I mean Kobe's daughter, not to Creek. I'm sorry, guys, had to deal with that mess. No, it's all good. It's nothing to be sorry about. It's better that we all here to go through it together and to have an understanding. You know what I mean? It would suck to have to deal with this guy, deal with any type of this nonsense, and not have a support system or, you know, a few people that understand and see the truth. Because at the end of the day, that's life. You know, it's only so many. It's only a handful of the real, and we are the handful, you guys. You know what I mean? That God says, you know,
What about thousands?
It's only a certain amount of few that's gonna make it. And the older I get, the more evil I see. I understand now. I didn't used to understand that at first. And that's a quote out the Bible that says, only 144,000 out of each nation or something like that is gonna make it to heaven. We got these billions of people on Earth. It's starting to make sense.
No, 144,000.
Hey, what's going on, Millie Bodiqua? How you doing? Hey, what's up, Miss V? How you doing? I watched your show with Sherry. It was a good show, for reals, for reals. Keep up the good work. Keep up the great contents. Drop them both equal flags, yo. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great, for reals.
Bodica.
I'm just being on the safe side, like, because I do care about
Son of a Bodica.
the people out there that could be affected in a different way than, the way I was affected. I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to affect nobody. Definitely don't want to kill nobody or be responsible for that just by spreading a sickness, that has a big question mark to it. Oh yeah, we all support Sherry, and thank you too for covering the story too. Hold on, you guys. I don't know why this dude keep calling me. I told him, bro, keep calling. Kendall. Yeah, I wasn't saying nothing about religion. It's just the way Diddy and oh yeah, Carol. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Benny, he's gonna ride whatever way he feels is gonna benefit him. Benefit him. Benefits.
We need a shirt that say Beanie Fats. You got Beanie Fats.
The benefit of the doubt.
You hear me, baby?
What?
Yeah, Beanie Fats off PPP.
But yeah, at the end of the day, you guys gotta understand, man. I know we all pretty much tired of Benny, but he damaged himself already. Like just right now, and the more people he gained, it's honestly just more he's exposing himself to the world, which is the best thing that could be done. Cause we don't have to expose no more. Like we don't have to do nothing really. Just let him just do what he do, and the world gonna see. Like that one time, I know you guys remember, it was that one guy that was looking into him, and it was somebody that was a high official, like a lawyer or something like that. And then he looked up Benny's name, and then it was all the negative stuff, and then he second guessed, like, oh yeah, I don't know if I should mess with Benny or not. That be my intentions to do things like that, like because there's only so much you could do. He said I'm low. Can hear you now. Oh, okay. Hey, yeah, Millie, that's true. Benny is a topic. Look at all the stuff he does. Look, he makes people mad. You know what? when I talk about Benny, a lot of people feel relieved. You know what I mean? It's like a medicine or something because he didn't did so much, and it's only so much that speaks up on him. You know what I mean? So one of my jobs, I came in as the bully breaker. He bullied me into this whole YouTube thing. You know, I thought about doing YouTube when the boys first came up missing, but I'm the type of person. I'm honestly like a secluded person. You know, I wanted to be a YouTuber before in my life, but not like doing what I'm doing. You know, I just wanted to cover hip hop and stuff. So when it came to the boys, I'm like, nah, like it might be the right thing to do. And then at the same time, I didn't know about it, Benny. I didn't know all this negative stuff was going on behind the boys until April 29th. So it's like, you know, when the case got switched over to Bakersfield, I just kind of, you know, backed out because there's only so much I could do besides travel to Bakersfield to be active, you know what I mean? So I kind of, you know, just backed out the whole thing. I was not watching the drama part of YouTube. I watched a little bit of Crenshaw's videos, a little bit of you know, Roro's Facebooks, here and there, and Steve's and you know, AV News Crew, but not one time did I, you know, hear anything about Benny. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, like once I just seen what was going on and how he attacked me, I don't know, man. I try to be cool at times, and it's just he left me alone. Then he'll do something to somebody else, right? And then you got like 20 people hitting me up in my inbox, which I don't mind, you know what I mean? Because they're like, Ray Sean, like, you know, he doing this, he doing that, you know. So that's why I just continue to, and you know, continue to expose him. And at the same time, it's like I didn't have no channel prior to the boys coming up missing, like, you know, AV and them. So they had a lot to risk to continue to speak up on this dude. And even though when they still getting attacked, they still didn't want to speak up on this dude, which I feel like is not cool. Like, you know, he's being a bully. I'm not saying Crenshaw is weak or AV is weak or, you know, anybody that did not speak up on Benny continuously is weak. They just didn't have the time, which I understand. So me on a different hand was different. Like today I got time forever. Know what I mean? Like if it wasn't for Benny, I wouldn't be here, honestly. So it is what it is. Got to do what I got to do. But I know for sure I don't like him messing with other people, especially when people is thinking of, you know, having suicidal thoughts. And you got good people like AV out here doing the most for the boys, and he's attacking. You know, like I don't like that. He calling them the kids crip babies, attacking the bio family and stuff. And it works. You know, that's why, and Benny knows it works too. That's why he always calls me and try to be cool. Like he calls me a lot. All them times he calls me, he wants to be cool. He wants me to stop making videos because it's so effective and I'm exposing his BS. Even if it's the littlest things, people pay attention to that. And at the same time, my job here is to spread awareness about the boys. And I'm gonna be real, my whole YouTube career, most of my views came from talking about Benny. So if I could turn that into a positive, and it is what it is, you know what I mean? People didn't transition from this page to over here, or from the Summer Wells case to over here because of I didn't spoke the truth and they didn't seen it. There's a lot of justice, you guys. What about AB? How do you know AB? Just going through the Benny stuff. Like AB got me half of my subscribers, y'all. AB has helped me a lot, like for reals. There's been times he sent people over, and you know they come in the flocks by the hundreds, and I didn't got 100 subscribers in one day just because AB sent them over because I was talking about Benny. Like what got me over 1,000, I was stuck in between 1,000 for like a whole month. And then Benny was calling my phone, call my mom a bitch. So I'm like, all right, bro, I'm gonna start talking about your ass again. And I did that live, call my mama a bitch, and AB sent like 100 people over, and that's what took me over the 1,000 mark, like forever. Like I was no going backwards because I would hit the 1,000 and then go back. It'd be like 192, 199. I mean 999, 992. Then I hit 1,000, then it go back for like a whole month. And then when this man decided to call my mama a bitch, and then I went live, AB sent all them people over. But I got a lot of help from AB. Yeah, and like I said, I know AV Watchman Steven, he's a grown man, bro, solid dude. Ain't no punk. Just tired of what Benny did to him. I don't know if you guys know, but this man has called CPS on this man. This man has called his probation officer. He didn't call all that. Like, and another thing is, I'm pretty much smart with life. A lot of my information is not documented. That's why this man can't send CPS to where I'm at, because I always change stuff up. I'm always smart. You know what I mean? Like, this stuff happened with my kids. Part of my goal is to get my kids up out that neighborhood. They out that neighborhood. I got, Shelly and my son don't stay with me no more. My address is not documented to nothing. You can't trace me. That's why they ain't no. And then I went to the law enforcement first. When he threatened me with the FBI and CP, I never got threatened with FBI. You think I never had to be in a position to call FBI until I dealt with this man, but I'm not stupid. I ain't no snitch either. And if people feel I'm a snitch, I don't care. I was protecting myself, and all this is around kids. And if you can't communicate with law enforcement about kids, then you shouldn't be doing this. Not even like that, because you still could. Just make sure you got a team. You know what I mean? And it go both ways with me. Like, I will talk to law enforcement regarding kids, and I got a team of women that will do the same thing. Wait, what you guys talking about? The what is hidden for copyrights? Yeah, Bridge, you feel me? Like, at the end of the day, I don't deserve to. My kids are straight. All my kids are straight. All my kids are taken care of. They are not in harm. I'm one of the last people that should be threatened by CPS, especially by a content creator that was here before me looking for these boys. You know what I mean? Like, copyright terms for one of my videos. But you know what it really is, man? A lot of stuff, life still consists off of race, man. And a lot of people don't understand, like a Benny Keys is not going to understand the mind state of a black man that has to fight these battles with CPS and stuff. In California, bro, y'all, I don't mean to call y'all broke, but these CPS is targeting black families. You know what I mean? Like, for any little thing. You get a DUI, they take in your car, they call in CPS. They didn't did so much with the weed stuff. They still try to do stuff with the weed stuff because it's not fully legal. They didn't use that against so many people to take their children, but it's people of color. Like, and a lot of people don't understand that. They think, well, you guys should be better parents or do this or do that. Man, it's been hard from us from the jump, bro. And then not every black person is raised the same or come from the same spot. A lot of, every black person is not of poverty. Every black person is not of the ghetto. Every black person does not come from the same place. You know what I mean? But the majority of the black people come from poverty to where we is targets. I've been a target all my life. And I'm just saying that just to be real. even from making mistakes to try to correct my mistakes to trying to be a better man to where they don't see that. They just might just look at, oh, I still got a hat, a fitted hat on, or I still wear black t-shirts and necklaces or whatever the case may be. But just because I changed my life, well, I gotta dress different. Like I don't dress like exact, like a gang member. But I don't know, man. It's just a lot, bro, that people gotta understand about life. You know what I mean? A video I uploaded to my channel. I didn't even know you had a channel. Yeah, Bridge, it still exists. It's I don't think it's honestly never gonna go away. Um, you got them people that, man, I didn't seen people be cool. They, man, the whole time I knew them, right? And get mad and then it comes out. Something that nigger, you something. You know what I mean? Not with everybody, but it's in I'm just telling you from my experience. You know what I mean? Like, half the reason why I don't get harassed in Cal City because I done been there so long and the police know I work and I'm not a troublemaker. But even times when them new officers come around, I ain't being pulled out my car without being on probation, without being on parole. Um, like, man, all types of stuff I done been through. Like it's there, it exists. Not even with the police, just with a lot of people out there that is just really in their heart. Like for reals, for reals. I don't understand it. I don't got nothing but love in my heart. I'm not racist, like you feel me? I got all types of people in my family. My uncle, my Puerto Rican uncle is married to a white woman. Like I have white family members, blood, first cousins. Even if I didn't or not, like I never had no type of hate in my heart at all. Do I only think blacks were slaves? Well, nowadays we all slaves, honestly. You know what I mean? There's so many people on this earth. This government only care, they don't care about they don't care about what color you is. They care about what you got and who you is. Because they gotta, this is how I feel. They gotta win regardless too. The government has to win. They can't just be racist and just not, it's not gonna go like that. So they have to open up themselves too. So deep inside, they're still racist, of course, and they still, got their agendas. But they're nowadays, we all pretty much victims to the same thing. That's another thing I try to teach too. Like it's not just them being racist against black folks. It's a lot of people, all of us, there's white folks out there that they don't care about. You know what I mean? We all slaves. It's called modern day slavery, which is worse than when black people were slaves because it is they controlling us in the whole. Back then it's in your face. You know what's going on. Like right now, we all slaves, and a lot of people don't even know it. What's going on, Sean? Oh, the video creation app I use is I use UCut Video Pro. which is cool to get started. But the way I want to edit my videos, I need to start doing it on my computer because I really went to school for editing videos and they don't have half the stuff that I need. But yeah, and then what's going on with a lot of people nowadays is they expect us to forget our history, which is a problem, y'all. You know what I mean? I hate when people say that. Oh, you still talking about slavery that happened 400 years ago? Woo, 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 woo. Like, bro, it's okay. It's opportunities, in life, but it's still not right though. You know what I mean? And as long as I still get treated, me, I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about nobody else. Just me in general. Well, believer, I mean, it is. It's the truth. I wouldn't say, it's worse like that to make a competition between, the slaves from back in the days, but just look at the reality of how they treat us. You know what I mean? They make us work and y'all know what's going on. They lie to us. They lie about our history. They separate us and they make us work for a little bit of change. They want you to be in that mind state to work for the next person. Like that is slavery. That's somewhat worse than what people went through. Not knocking nobody back in the days because that's worse too. I mean, it's all bad. Of course, they had to die, and I don't, all this, all the stuff that they taught us. So, let me rephrase that. Like, I wasn't saying it in competition. I'm just saying, like, it's not just black people no more. It's all of us, people of poverty. You can even be probably middle class, I just gotta know this, man. It's 13 bloodlines that run the whole entire planet. That's top secret. They control these presidents, they control these government officials, they control these banks, and they put it out there that they're not God believers. They control places like CERN. A lot of these scientists use God-fearing people to get certain information, and they kill scientists off too. Like they didn't kill presidents off, like they didn't kill entertainers off, like they didn't kill people that know information that's of God. Sometimes they'll utilize you. But everything has been like infiltrated. Y'all know about infiltration? Look it up. Look at the last time a pope died. Yeah, you're right, believer. We gotta have all these opportunities. That's what makes it worse. Because we still slaves at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Just like the control group that they have that controls this earth, they use black folks, to control the black part, hip hop, all that stuff, which is a small triangle to their whole pyramid. The black community of the Illuminati or whatever secret societies is a small portion at the bottom of their pyramid. So I don't know. I mean, it's what you guys think. You think it's worse than back in the days, or not even to compare it? We still slaves. At the end of the day, we all slaves. Modern day slavery is not really about race. It's about who you is, what's your bloodline. Like, you know what I mean? I gotta really look that up. You know, go read that "Behold a Pale Horse" by William Cooper. Go read. It's lots of information out there about these people that we can't forget that. And these people tell you these 13 bloodlines, these family members, these families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and that's only two of the family names. No telling who, probably the Bush family, like them people, all these presidents, all these, they all related. They know what's up. Like you think ain't no presidents getting killed no more. No popes is getting killed no more because everything is infiltrated. It's already controlled. Like I said, yo, I'm not here to preach. I'm not here to change the world either. I just speak on what I know. And one of the reasons I learned all this is just to self-educate myself. The more I learned about life, the better I felt about myself and life. I became less scared and less fearful by knowing the truth and just knowing what to expect. You know what I mean? Not to expect that life is a perfect life to where evil don't exist, but just that I'm knowledgeable of that. I know it's not going to be no perfect life on earth. And who runs the earth, and when it comes to the spiritual battle and all that type of stuff. So that's all I'm just trying to tell you people is just self-education. It just puts you in a better place in life to where you got a understanding and you're not so lost, which helps you. I'm telling y'all, it helps you. Nah, believer, you good? That's what we all here to talk about. I don't come on here to preach to expect everybody to believe what I'm saying. That's the last thing I do. Like, we all got our thoughts, we all got our opinions. We here to put it together and figure it out. If you feel different, I don't knock you. I don't expect nobody to know the truth. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they hide stuff from us in the Vatican, all types of history. There's so much stuff that's rewritten about God and religion. I don't expect nobody to know nothing. But just um I don't I don't really expect nothing out of nobody, honestly. If you're natural, if you with God, you with God. If you learning, you know what I mean? Even for the lost souls out there, I know it's lost souls that don't know nothing. Like, I don't judge them either. I don't feel they're going to hell. Some people just don't know. God knows what he's doing with people. Like, I feel God is not that strict. Like, God is not that, oh, you get full, you sin and you going to hell. You do this and all this. Like, no, I don't think it's like that. That's just my opinion. But yeah, believe it though, you all good. No hard feelings. Oh yeah, I already know. Nah, usually I got like a 10 solid people, between 10 and like 15. So I pretty much it's a lot of solid people on here. Which honestly I don't care. I don't got nothing to hide. So if it's people that's watching that's not rocking with me, like, that's on y'all. Hopefully y'all get some education. All right, you guys, my bad, I'm back. But look, I want to get back on topic of what I started this whole thing for. Is like everybody not for you. Feel me? I know it's always gonna lead other type of ways. I appreciate everybody for listening, especially getting into these type of topics because a lot of people don't like to speak up on this stuff or don't listen or don't care. What's up? Life is real. Good morning. But back on the topic of everybody is not for you. Sometimes you get to the point in life, especially look, everybody is not ambitious. Everybody is not a go-getter. They just don't know much of the time, Rayshawn. Good night, Shy. Everybody is, might not be in the mind state that you was in, especially if you ambitious, especially if you got goals, especially if you a go-getter. You one of them very few that's blessed to have that mind state where most likely you the only one within a couple few people. It could be within your relationship, it could be within your friendship, it could be within any type of shit that's going on, you know what I mean? And I know it's a few of y'all that went through this that's out there to where you might have got a job, you might have got a new job, you might have started a business, a YouTube or whatever, to where you moving up in life and whatever regards, and it's just them people that's not meant to be there while you move on. You know what I mean? It sounds crazy, like crazy talk. What? It sounds like crazy talk to people who don't want to accept that kind of real stuff. What topic am I on? Well, that's the topic that I was on at first, is just being you throughout life and doing what you gotta do, be yourself. Sometimes you gotta separate, from a lot of people. It might be family, it might be friendships, it might be a relationship. But if you got your goals, you got your goals. Don't let nobody knock you from your goals, and then especially if it's pure from the heart and you doing what you're doing is right and you on the right path. That's what I was really on. But you already know my channel is an open table. Like it could start from this and go to that, which usually happens because I might have a topic like this, and we might start talking about the boys. You know what I mean? So we just chopping it up. Just open mind. That's why sometimes I like to go late, just to get the real ones, bro. Honestly, I care more about talking to 8 solid people, 10 solid people than 100 people that's that just want to hear about Benny. You know what I mean? No, I'm not talking about nothing personal besides everything I go through in life. Like I do lose a lot of people, not because of my fault, but it's not nothing personal. But that's just how it's always been. Not for you, Brits. For reals. We're the boys. We're the boys. Yeah, I'll be going all types of ways, Brits. Like my emotions really be mixed with the boys to where, the further we go along, it leads more to like conspiracy type stuff with the law enforcement, with CPS, with this dude Trezell. And as me being like a person that's into conspiracies, like this is overwhelming for me. You don't know which way to think. Like, there's so many people involved. There's so many. You got the CPS. You got bullshit with the CPS. You got bullshit with the officer. You know what I mean? You got bullshit with Trezell and what he believe in, which all revolve around conspiracies. Do I think the babies are still in the USA? I really don't know. I kind of have a feeling that they're okay. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's some monsters out there, right? I don't know how a monster would think. I don't know how comfortable monsters would get with